Hey guys, this is Communications. Welcome to my review / rant on Turbulence. It's a killer ride. Yeah, not so much. It's Twister at 35,000 feet. Really, Hollywood Reporter? Really? A wild ride you'll remember. People magazine. Really? The only thing I'll remember more from this movie is how fucking stupid it is at points. This isn't even review / rant. I don't like this movie. I'll just get it right off the bat. Fuck it. Review / rant my ass. This is a fucking rant. This movie sucked. This is a shitty movie. And it's a movie that got massacred by critics, and for good reason. It is a definition. Its title is true. It's called Turbulence. And when you watch Turbulence, you're going to be in for a turbulent experience. Lots of bumps and shaking and it's all kind of uncomfortable and aggravating experience. Just like it would be sitting in a plane going through actual turbulence. That is how that is pretty much exactly how you feel watching this stupid movie. I call it stupid because it is a stupid movie. It's stupid, it's cliched, it's goofy, it's silly. It's one of the worst screenplays, and it was, I've seen a while. The characters' motivations are absolutely ludicrous. The movie is ludicrous. And it's not in a fun way, though, because even though those ludicrous, silly moments in this movie are what keep you watching it, because it's like a train wreck you can't look away from, it's still a fucking train wreck. So it's not like it saves itself. It's not a so bad it's good movie. It's an irritating experience because you have a lead actress who I like Lauren Hawley, but only in small doses. I liked her as Ford Fairlane's girlfriend in The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. But she doesn't have to do much in that except look pretty and say a few lines. That's really it. And she pulls that off. I don't want to sound like an ass here, but she's not leading material. And it's totally evident in this movie. Then you have Rachel Ticotin, who was a badass in Total Recall and much more of a star than Lauren Hawley, and much bankable and much more recognized by modern audiences. And you're going to give Lauren Hawley the lead. You're going to have Rachel Ticotin sitting basically in a nothing role where she's just the voice on the other side helping tell this dumb bimbo what to do. And I'm serious. She plays a dumb bimbo in this movie. Is it true? Is Lauren Hawley really that bad of an actress? I don't know. From what I saw on this, must be. But even then, the screenplay is so shitty, I don't think that anybody could have saved this. Because it's just such a dumbass movie. So, okay, alright, so now I got it out of the way, bad movie, Turbulence sucks, okay, alright. They were like, get on with it, what? Why is it bad? Okay, first off, let's do all the regular sort of stuff I do. Talk about the cast, crew, blah, 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 blah. I don't have any trivia because I can't find any trivia on this movie. The only trivia I found is like they redid some toy store because a director didn't like the width of the toy store, so he used a different toy store. I don't know. I don't give a shit. I would like to know if Lauren Hawley was their first choice because I highly doubt it. I think they were trying to ask somebody else to do it, but everybody turned them down because they took one look at this dumb script and said no way. And the film's more memorable than anything else for its trailer with the White Zombie song, because everything else really is a good advertising campaign. It didn't help the movie because it made $11 million on a $55 million budget, and this cost $55 million. This movie cost $55 million to make. And I swear to God, I do not see $55 million on the screen. I don't see it. Where is it? In the scene near the end, which is the only scene the movie actually like, where the plane is flying through buildings and stuff and crashing through things and smashes through a top of a building and all that. Or is that where the budget went? Because that doesn't look like anything that looks like $55 million budget either. At points, this plane looks fake. You can tell it's not a real plane. The way that they set up the shots, the way that the blue screen or green screen or whatever is fake. And this movie came out the same year as Air Force One, 1997. And Air Force One, I can't tell most of the time it's fake because it has better effects and it's a better movie. So anyway, Turbulence stars Lauren Holly, and this is the first, one of her first, and probably her last starring role. It was an MGM movie that tanked. You also have Hector Elizondo in it as a FBI officer, Lieutenant Aldo Hines, who's been hunting for this killer, Ray Liotta, for years. And you get sort of a Loomis vibe from this character. I thought I did anyway. I mean, there's even a line of dialogue where he's all like, I swear to God, I thought he was just going to start quoting Halloween, where he's like, here's who you're dealing with. Male Caucasian, 35, well-educated, raised by his aunt, who mysteriously disappeared when he was 16, has raped and strangled 5 women, and escaped when being transported to San Quentin. And he's got those devil's eyes. I mean, the blackest eyes. It totally sounds like some kind of line of dialogue that would be said by Loomis. It really does. It even looks like Loomis. It seems like a Loomis character, but not nearly as good. So Lauren Holly, what did she do to earn this lead role? She was in Dumb and Dumber. Okay, all right. She was in Ford Fairlane as Jazz. She was in Sabrina, that remake Harrison Ford movie I've never seen. It's a remake of an old movie, I think, with Katharine Hepburn. Some movie called Beautiful Girls. She was in Downed Periscope the year before, which is a better movie than Turbulence because it's actually kind of fun. And then that's it. And then she was in another movie called A Smile Like Yours, which she was nominated for another Razzie Award. She was nominated for a Razzie Award for this performance, and rightfully so. She was horrendous in this movie. I gotta be honest. It was just like, most of her performance was just awful. One-note acting. Half the time when she's asked, like, you know, they're trying to explain to her what to do to land the plane, she's all like, giving her explanations. All right, do this. Okay. All right, Terry, you need to do this now. Okay. Okay, Terry, make sure you flip this switch. Okay. Okay, Terry, make sure you set this thing up, and flip these switches and press these buttons and make sure you're in the right trajectory. Okay. Got it! Really, that's her acting. I'm not exaggerating it. That's her acting. And then when she's like distraught and upset, it seems fake. She's all like, yeah, like that. I hate that. You know, and she's supposed to be a strong, tough woman, and she's like, and then there's like when she has supposedly have her badass moment where she's ready to blow Ray Liotta's head, you know, head off. She has to scream, really. She's like, just shoots him. It's like, come on now with the fucking bullshit. Like, you don't have to. If you're a female actress, you don't have to make a scene. You don't have to huff and puff and blow the house down. You don't have to be fucking yelling and screaming and like you don't have to be like Rambo. You don't have to be like Rambo. Sigourney Weaver, Linda Hamilton, two top things that people think of as badass chicks in movies. Did Linda Hamilton go around and be like, that maybe one time. But not really. I don't remember her yelling and shit when she was kicking ass. Sigourney Weaver, she's a silent but badass. Like, she says barely a few words. She let her gun speak for her when she was shooting up the alien queen's nest. She didn't scream like a fucking banshee when she was doing that. She was just like, you know. And then the line that she has, you know, like, get away from her, you bitch! You know, she didn't have to be fucking huffing and puffing. She was believable. You bought that she was a badass. Lauren Hall was just like, look at me, I'm tough! Ah! It was just bad. Bad. And it's just aggravating because you have this character that's written so... I mean, I like Lauren Holly. I do. I loved her as Jazz in Ford Fairlane, like I said earlier, but she sucks in this. She gets on your nerves. Her character is so stupid. Like I said, a bimbo. Totally a bimbo. The whole shit, she's just there so she can be pretty and then have other people who are more established actors and actresses, like Rachel Ticotin and Catherine Hicks, tell her what to do. So you have Catherine Hicks, who, you know, fought off Chucky, and she ends up getting killed instead of Lauren Holly. Lauren Holly feels like the cannon fodder type actress, like the one, she would be the one that would be strangled instead of Catherine Hicks. The one where, you know, Ray Liotta would be like, you know, you rubbed me the wrong way, you know. But no, she's the lead, and it doesn't make any sense. I don't know why she's the lead. She doesn't have the talent. She doesn't have the charisma. She should not be the lead. She's a prime example of a film that would be more well received if it had a lead and actress in it that actually made sense. But even then, the script is so stupid that it wouldn't make any difference, in my opinion. It would still be a shitty movie. It would just be a shitty movie with a better lead actress. So you have a shitty lead actress, and then you have a shitty villain in Ray Liotta as this killer. You know, the Lonely Heart Strangler. You know, Ryan Weaver, who acts like he's innocent. And then, but I mean, the problem with Ray Liotta's performance to me is it's uneven. In the beginning of the movie, I thought it was okay. I didn't mind his sort of suave, charismatic sort of approach to the character, acting like, who, me? I'm innocent. You know, it's perfect because that's what a lot of killers are, like Ted Bundy. You know, like the movie says, what Ted Bundy. You know, Ted Bundy was a sweetheart. He was played by Mark Harmon in that TV movie, which is actually real. That actually did happen. Mark Harmon did play Ted Bundy in a TV movie. And I thought Ray Liotta did a good job with that whole sort of suave, sophisticated, you know, playing mind games with people and acting innocent and stuff like a lot of killers do. And I thought he did a good job with that. And I thought that was the vibe he was going with this character and continuing it throughout the film, and that made sense. But no, it fucked it up, because then as soon as the plane starts fucking up and the pilots are dead and the fucking co-pilot falls on his ass and dies, you know, literally that's what happens. The plane goes through some turbulence and the guy fucking trips and falls and breaks his neck. It's that type of movie. And then he just starts acting like a fucking cartoon. It's like all of a sudden he starts, you know, cackling like a madman. You know, being stupid and silly. Acting like he's fucking Jack Torrance. And I'm like, Ray, you're no Jack Torrance. You're no Jack Nicholson. Quit it. You know, acts through the door. Say your prayers. You know, it's like, come on now. This is really over the top. And goofy. His performance is goofy at the end. It's not intimidating anymore. It's laughable. You know, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight. Come on, you fucking bitch. Come out tonight. It was just like, come on now. Really? And so we go back and forth from this madcap ridiculousness where you half expect them to start cackling like fucking Woody the Woodpecker. I could totally see that from Ray Liotta's performance in this. And you go from that to him trying to be the suave, charismatic guy, trying to convince, you know, Lauren Holly to get out of the cockpit and go help her friend who he killed earlier. But it just doesn't work. He just goes back and forth. Like, he started out fine, and then he turns into a fucking cartoon, and then the movie goes off the fucking rails. So, Ray Liotta, you sucked in this. You want to see a good Ray Liotta performance? A film where Ray Liotta plays a crazy guy and is actually not a fucking cartoon? Go check out Unlawful Entry with Kurt Russell, because he pulls it off and does a great job in that. Here, he loses it. He loses his goddamn mind. I understand he's supposed to be a crazy person, but this isn't an effective way of portraying it, because it's a fucking joke. So, you go from that. So you have that problem. You have supporting cast members who should be in bigger roles. Catherine Hicks, Rachel Ticotin. You have Hector Elizondo playing an interesting role, but pretty much just being Dr. Loomis to Ryan Weaver. And then you have you basically try to turn the movie into a slasher film on a plane, which doesn't work because it's on a fucking plane, and come on, a slasher movie on a plane? No. And it's on Christmas for some reason. There is no reason that this movie needed to take place on Christmas at all. It's just one of those, let's take place on Christmas because we want to be like Shane Black. I don't know. It doesn't need to be on Christmas. And stupid shit, like how Ray Liotta got, you know, how the fucking plane, how the terrorist action, how everything happened and it got out of control was fucking ludicrous. Okay, you have this redneck fucking bank robber who convinces the FBI guys that are with him to let him use the restroom. He's got 2 FBI guys on the restroom with him, and they don't see him in a enclosed space where there's no room to hide shit. Somehow he's able to unscrew the top of a fucking faucet without... This is not something that would take no time to do in a bathroom in an airplane. Unscrews the top of the faucet and uses it as a weapon. It stabs some fucking guy in the stomach. I'm like, really? That's how you're gonna have this shit happen? Is some, you know, redneck motherfucker is gonna outsmart FBI agents in the fucking same stall? They're not gonna see him fiddling around. Hey, you're taking an awful time there washing your hands. I'm washing my hands. Really, you're washing your hands? Let me see. What the fuck are you trying to do? You trying to pull out that fucking faucet? Pull out the fucking... Put the fucking faucet down. You're done taking a piss. Now get your ass back in your fucking seat. Are you fucking kidding me? No FBI agent is that fucking stupid that they're gonna be like, oh, duh, in like a small enclosed space, not recognize that some big ass redneck motherfucker is unscrewing the top of a fucking faucet. Stupid! It's a stupid ass movie. So he stabs the guy in the chest, stomach. I could have sworn, I thought, you know, it didn't happen, but I was expecting it because this is such a dumb movie. I could totally see this. Stab the guy, and then blood start pouring out of the faucet. It's you know, hand at the top of the faucet. It didn't happen that way, but I could totally have seen that in this stupid movie. So then he grabs the other guy's gun, starts shooting people. Ray Liotta has escaped, and now he's at, you know, the film tried to make you think he was innocent earlier. Like he was set up. Hector Elizondo set him up, and he's innocent. And I actually did a kind of convincing job doing that, which made me think that. And then he talks down the redneck guy to not shoot the girl because it's, you know, it's pointless, you know, because other guy's gonna shoot you. He's gonna shoot you. This FBI guy's got the look on his face. Goes to the shooting range all the time. He's gonna shoot you. Put the gun down. It's not worth it. And Ray Liotta ends actually shooting the bad guy. Shoots the other guy, shoots the redneck guy, and basically saves Lauren Holly's life. So Lauren Holly, for the rest of the movie, thinks that he's a good guy for some reason, and each time that's a red flag, it should be like, killer! He should have, you know, with a Sharpie written on his face, killer, you know, in bold letters, but she doesn't see it. She's a dumb bimbo. She's a fucking bimbo in this movie. And so... And, you know, half expecting, you know, he could trick her into sucking his cock easily. And she'd just be like, okay. This is fucking... this movie sucked. So he basically... So he manages to be charismatic or whatever and tricks people. He starts doing small talk with Lauren Holly in one scene, which I'll get into later. Kills Catherine Hicks. Locks up the rest of the people in the crew cabin. Small enclosed space, and somehow they all survive at the end, which I call bullshit on. I'll get that later. This whole movie I call bullshit on. I call bullshit on this entire movie because that's what it is. Turbulence is bullshit. It's not a killer ride. It's bullshit. They should have the tagline should be Turbulence. It's bullshit in big letters, not it's a killer ride. Or can you survive the ride? Can you survive the ride? More like, can you survive watching this piece of shit? Because it is an exercise in futility. So anyway, like I said, the first half of the movie isn't much, but I can watch it over the ridiculous, ludicrous bullshit second half, which literally just goes off into fucking fantasy island with this fucking plot line. So, Ray Liotta escapes. He does all this shit, locks people in the crew cabin, and now Then you get the bullshit where Ray Liotta kills the one of the guys, the pilot guy, gets out of the cockpit to see what's going on, and he gets shot by a stray bullet. And then you have the fucking co-pilot during they get into some turbulence, and he fucking trips and falls and breaks his fucking neck. So then you have Lauren Holly goes into the cockpit, realizes things are not going right, things are going awry. The tower's been trying to contact the plane forever. Rachel Ticotin and company, and they can't get a hold of her, and they have some other guy on the other end who I swear is Ben Cross, playing the Captain Samuel Bowen, who I actually didn't mind Ben Cross, but he's pretty much a nothing role. He's just there to tell this dumb bimbo what to do. So he's on the other end of the microphone, telling her, "Okay, Terry, okay, now you need to flip this switch. Okay, and then you need to do this. Okay." I'm serious. That's her acting. I'm not exaggerating, and I know I'm repeating like a broken record, but that's how fucking shitty Lauren Holly is in this movie. And then she like does bullshit. Like they're telling her, "Okay, Terry, we need you to reprogram the autopilot because we're gonna head into a storm. This will be really dangerous, and it'll help us. It'll help you a lot, and help the plane, and help the people on the plane survive." And she's like fucking listening to the killer on the other hand say, Terry, it's your girl, it's your friend Maggie. She's hurt real bad. I just need just let me get in so I can use so I can get to the first aid kit. Then you have on the other end, you have Hector Elizondo telling her he's a killer. Don't trust her. She's like, but if Maggie, she's hurt really badly, she needs help. It's like he's a fucking killer. Don't trust him. He saved your life. Yeah, whatever. He saved your life because he wants to get in your pants later and then fucking strangle your ass. God, it's such a frustratingly stupid ass fucking bitch in this goddamn movie. Ugh. It's such a frustrating, infuriating movie to watch. It's like literally. I hate stupid movies like this. It insults my intelligence. So anyway, you have this bullshit. Instead of reprogramming the autopilot, she goes in to look for her friend. Of course, not there. She's dead. I'm gonna trust the killer instead of reprogram. Oh, maybe you could have reprogrammed the autopilot first and then go to check on your friend. Maybe that would have been a good idea. Because then you might be able to survive this fucking storm. Which somehow they do. Which is fucking bullshit. This is where it gets fucking ridiculous. They go into a storm. They hit major turbulence. The fucking S-747 turns upside down. Upside fucking down. In the middle of a fucking storm. And then turns right side up again. I'm like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. What? A 747 isn't a fucking F-18 fighter jet. It's not gonna maneuver like that. I feel like I'm watching another airport sequel with this fucking bullshit. It turns upside down. And then you have bullshit before that happened, or afterwards. I don't fucking remember. This movie killed a ton of my brain cells, so I don't fucking remember exactly what the sequence of events are. It doesn't really matter. You have a bullshit scene where basically Ray Liotta's just small-talking Lauren Holly. It's like, don't get mad at me. Don't get defensive with me. I'm just trying to talk to you. Just some stupid bullshit where he like asks her dumbass questions. Like, you're a convicted inmate on death row. What 5 albums would you pick? I don't think I'd want to listen to anything. Like, you don't have a choice. Just, and the bullshit like. I mean, even the character, Rachel Ticotin, calls her a dumbass pretty much. So, she's trying to explain to her, we need you to program the autopilot so it can vector you around the storm front ahead. You've got a level 6 storm. Here's Lauren Holly. Is that a 6 on a scale from 1 to 10? No, Terry, on a scale from 1 to 6. I mean, this is stupid. I mean, even the killer talks to her like that. you know, he's asking her questions, and she's like, he was like, what's your favorite movie, Terry? My favorite movie? Don't answer with the question. You're smarter than that. And I'm like, no, she's not. She's not smarter than that. She's not smarter than that. Fucking, don't answer the question. And then she does it again with the Wind. Oh, okay, a classic. All right, you're romantic. Okay. And then he's all, okay, what's your favorite book? My favorite book? You answer with a question again. Don't do that. I mean, this is like, oh my God, what is this bullshit? Why am I listening? Why am I watching this movie? Like you're sitting now watching the sequence of events play out, where it's just the killer asking the fucking main lead actress a bunch of bullshit questions, and you're like, why the fuck am I watching this movie? I feel horrible for people who pay money to see this in the theater, just to sit in the theater and be like, are they seriously small talking right now? Are they gonna make out, or is there gonna be some kind of suspense thing? Is this a romantic comedy now? What the fuck? So, bullshit sequence events, small talk, plane doing ridiculous fucking defying laws of physics, and it's such a stupid scene because they could have easily vectored around the storm if she was actually, I don't know, intelligent and listened to the goddamn professionals on the other side of the fucking conversation at the airport terminal and set the goddamn autopilot. But no, we gotta do this bullshit. So then you gotta have bullshit where she's all like trying to come on to Ray Liotta. And like, you want this? Oh, you're going to give me a bang, you know, for my buck or whatever. It's like, yeah, you know, all right. You got to let the people go then and let me land this plane if you want some of this. It's like, fucking goddamn it. And then you have shit where it looks like he positioned bodies up like he's fucking Jason. She opens it like, there's a scene where he's walking through the fucking, walking through the, you know, the seats and shit, empty seats, and a dead body of Catherine Hicks falls out of the fucking luggage compartment in the top of the fucking aisleway. You're like, oh my God, it's really trying to be like a slasher movie. Great. And then you have this stupid shit of the stupid shit. You know, fucking Terry still being the dumbest bitch ever, falling for Ray Liotta's bullshit until finally she becomes wise on it. It tries to land the plane. You have drama with one guy, the FBI guy, trying to send a plane over to shoot her down. She has to convince the plane guy, just let me land this plane. It's all I want for Christmas. Stupid shit. Stupid lines of dialogue where it's like, we got a big problem here on landing gear. Yeah, I think it's a Ford. You're just, oh my God, this is stupid. And then, you know, one scene I like in this movie where she goes through LA and smashes through a couple buildings in a good effect and a good sequence. She fucks up Ray Liotta's leg, I thought was good. She traps him with one of these sliding doors that fuck up his leg. It's like, oh, you bitch! Ah! Then he manages to get out of that and finds a fucking axe. Why the hell is there an axe in the computer bay? In the computer room? Why the fuck is there an axe in the computer room on a fucking airplane, a commercial airliner? Why? Well, because Ray Liotta needs something so he can smash through he can cut through the door, or in this case, cut through fucking metal with the tiny ass axe so he can pop out the top like a fucking Jack-in-the-Box, like he's fucking Robert John Burke in RoboCop 3. You called for backup? You know, this is ridiculous. Ridiculousness. So he puffs through the fucking... That's how he escapes out of where he was trapped in. He fishes for a fucking wheelchair or chair or some shit. Uses that to get his foot out. And then starts taking computer shit out. Bashes the autopilot. So now Terry has to turn the plane around. And convinces the pilot not to kill her. Shoot her down. And shoots... He said he shoots the truck off her landing gear. And so then... the autopilot's able to reset itself because it has a backup, which I don't buy that. You smash the main autopilot computer, there's a backup. Where the fuck is the backup? up somebody's ass. What the so then it just turns on the backup. So she doesn't have to do jack shit. Terry will do everything from now on. And then Weaver bashes through the door like you think like fucking like Jack Torrance, wannabe Jack Torrance, and say your prayers. It breaks through, and then you know she tries to fuck her up. She fucks up his arm. She breaks the door off, smashes it on him, and she's got to yell. Like I said, for some reason, ah! And, you know, like that guy, ah! Ah! And then, you know, like she's fucking Tarzan, and then he gets him up, and then he's like, "You're not gonna kill me, Terry. Remember, you don't believe in capital punishment." She's got the gun, and she's like, "I changed my mind." And then it's a good headshot, you know, it shoots him in the head, and it's practical. But it's such an over-the-top scene because he's all like, ah! Just like, I just take that bullet in my brain. It's ending this shit. So he kills Ray Liotta, shoots him in the head. She lands the fucking plane, and it's easy peasy Japanese. And then she meets with Ben Cross. It's kind of a creepy sort of vibe. Are they gonna date later? Calls her captain. She calls him captain. All right, Captain O'Halloran or some bullshit. And then everything's fine. And then the movie's over. And I'm like, great, wonderful. This movie was unsatisfying. This movie left a bad taste in my mouth. Really did. So, yeah, Turbulence. And Turbulence fucking sucked. Shitty movie. And the critics are right on this one. It deserves the rating it has on IMDb. It deserves a lower rating. A 4.7 is way too high, in my opinion. It's a really dumbass movie, and it's not entertainingly dumb. It's worth a watch one time. Am I glad I watched it? No, I'm not. It didn't really deliver anything. It's not like there's anything I'm gonna remember or cherish about this movie. There's no diamond in the rough performance by anybody. Hector Elizondo's barely in the movie to barely do anything. Like I said, he's just another Loomis. Rachel Ticotin is in a nothing role when she should be the lead. And even if she was the lead, she wouldn't save this shitty movie because it's a shitty script. And subpar effects for a $55 million budget. A score that's forgettable. A plot that's ridiculous. And Ray Liotta's performance is just over the top and to the point where it's just ridiculous. And Lauren Holly is terrible in this movie. Annoying, aggravating, dumb as a box of fucking rocks, just like the screenplay. I mean, the movie started out interesting, and then it just went downhill from there. And I really think that the movie should have done this instead. In order to be original and not a one giant cliche like this movie is. You can predict every single thing that happens in this movie. I think it would have been more interesting to go with the angle that it sort of sounded like it was going with in the beginning, where Ray Liotta actually is innocent. Hector Elizondo's character is, you know, he's gone over the edge. He spent all of his time trying to catch this guy, and he's one step ahead of him, so he decides to end it. He's retiring, and he wants to make sure his career ends on a good note. So he sets up some guy to be the killer. And the whole idea I have is that instead of Lauren Holly being the lead, it's Ray Liotta. He's the hero. He's the guy who was convicted wrongly. He actually is innocent. And he ends up... That's a nice twist. That's different. You have an innocent man who's being arrested for a crime he didn't do. Now he's on a plane. And my whole idea is there is a killer on the plane, but it's not Ray Liotta. It's one of the FBI guys that's supposed to be, you know, leading him, you know, who's there protecting him. You get rid of the fucking redneck bank robber. Don't need that. Or is he really a redneck? I think, yeah, he is a redneck. He's a redneck. And so get rid of that character, and you have this interesting dynamic where Lauren Holly, she could be in the movie, but she's not the second, you know, fiddle to Ray Liotta. She could just be one of the flight stewardesses who gets killed by the killer. She can get strangled instead of Catherine Hicks. And maybe Rachel Ticotin. Catherine Hicks will be the air traffic controller lady. She'll take Rachel Ticotin's role, and Rachel Ticotin will be the other right-hand, you know, character. the one that's, you know, believing in Ray Liotta and going to bat for him. And her and Ray Liotta fight off a killer that's on the plane. And it's suspenseful and it's taut. And it's well written instead of being a stupid movie. You have a smart character. Rachel Ticotin would actually reprogram the autopilot so it would go around the storm. You wouldn't have this bullshit. Wouldn't have to take place on Christmas either. And I just like the idea of having an innocent man wrongly convicted, kind of like what he did in No Escape, but let's have that on a plane, and let's trick the audience, making you think that he's a killer, and then you realize he's not. He's innocent. Instead of being the cliche, he's innocent. He actually turns out to be a hero and clears his name by saving this plane. Because maybe Rachel Ticotin's trying or whatever admirably. Maybe she gets killed off. Maybe she gets kidnapped or captured or something, incarcerated by the bad guy. But whatever. I think it'd be a better movie. It would be different. I haven't heard of a movie where you have a convicted felon who's actually innocent, convicted of a crime he didn't commit, serious crimes, that's going to send him to prison for life and put him on death row. And he puts everything he has into stopping the real killer, clearing his name, and saving this plane. Awesome idea! Great plan! Ray Liotta can do it. He did it in No Escape. Sounds like a no-brainer. But no, it's cast literally somebody with no brains. Or a character that's written with no brains. Excuse my French. Sorry, Lauren Holly. As the lead instead. Which is really dumb. Might as well just put window dressing as the lead while you're at it. So you have that problem. I also forgot to mention the one other more dumbness to the script. The hostages that Ray Liotta put in that tiny enclosed space, they're alive. They're fine, even though the plane went through a serious storm and turned upside fucking down in a small enclosed space. They're fine. None of them are dead. And I don't think there was a lot of air in there. So, call bullshit on that too. At least some of them would be fucked up or dead because the plane turned upside down in a small enclosed space. Somebody would be hurt. Necks would be broken. Arms. They couldn't barely fit everybody in there. The plane turns upside down. People are fucking dead. But no. We have to have the happy ending. Because we're cliched, and also because we want to make up for. We'll think that nobody will pay attention to that stupidity. But the whole script is stupid. And it's unbelievable this is even greenlit and given a $55 million budget. No wonder MGM went bankrupt. Fucking producing shit like this. Anyway, I really don't know what else to say about Turbulence except interesting first half. The rest of it fucking sucks. And as a whole, the movie sucked. The movie is terrible. It's a shitty movie. It's not thrilling. It's not exciting. It's only entertaining because of its badness at points. The only time it's entertaining for me is when Ray Liotta is acting like a fucking goofball in a cartoon, and then I'm laughing at the movie, not with it. And Lauren Holly's abysmal acting. That's it. Or it's one of those, like I said, it's a train wreck. You're just waiting, what will this movie fuck up next? And that's not the type of movie that I enjoy. I'm just going to watch a big fuck up of a movie and just be excited and in suspense to see how and when it's going to fuck up again. No, thank you. I'd rather watch a competent, well-directed, well-written, well-made movie. And Turbulence is none of these things. So I really don't know what to say. I'm just a rate out of 5 stars. I'm not even 1.5. Fuck, 1.5 is too high. I'm gonna give it 1 star. 1 star is for that one scene where the plane's flying through L.A. I like that scene. Ray Liotta in the beginning of the film, good. Fucked it up later, but he was good enough in the first half of the film that I was interested in the movie. And the first half of the movie. Other than the bullshit with the redneck guy fucking somehow MacGyvering some shit and killing some guy in the bathroom. I didn't mind the sort of way that sequence of events was playing out. The rest of the movie, though, yeah. Bullshit. That said, the tagline for this movie should be, it's Turbulence. It's bullshit. Anyway, don't really know what to say except thanks for watching my rant on Turbulence. Stay tuned for which more likely will be rants again on Turbulence 2 and 3. Why the fuck did this movie get a trilogy? Anyway, same reason that Vice Academy got 4 movies. Anyway, thanks for watching my rant on Turbulence, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.